3% of travelers stress over losing their photos. Melanie did too, until she discovered GotBackup. Melanie was soaking in the charm of Paris, snapping photos of the Eiffel Tower when disaster struck. Her phone slipped from her hands and hit the pavement. Instant panic. Her memories of the trip flashed before her eyes, but thanks to GotBackup, Melanie didn't lose a single photo. All her travel memories were safe in the cloud, just a few taps away. Relieved, she continued her journey with peace of mind, knowing GotBackup had her back. From the canals of Venice to the castles of Germany, Emily captured every magic moment without a worry. And when she returned home, she shared her incredible adventure with friends and family, all thanks to GotBackup. Now Melanie's European adventure remains unforgettable. You too can travel worry-free with GotBackup by your side. Don't let a dropped phone ruin your memories. Protect them with GotBackup today.
Is that amazing today, the technology we have to support our needs? And this is what we want to talk to you about here, folks. We are so excited about the opportunity that is presented to all of us here with a service that everyone needs and a business model that has extreme possibilities. Not to forget the fact that we're at a time where people are looking for different stream of incomes at a price point that everybody can afford. And this is what we're going to be sharing with you here today. So tell me, let's kind of summarize, how do we get introduced to GotBackup? So the audience have an idea, how do we find out about this?
Yeah, first of all, I want to say happy Friday to everybody. And Chris and I, we learned about GotBackup. It's been over 2.5 years now. The person who contacted us happened to be the owner of the company. He contacted us because we have extensive experience in the network marketing industry for 25 plus years. And he wanted us to see the opportunity of the GotBackup project. So, as being friends, we said, sure, we'll check it out. And it's interesting because he didn't know at the time. We were just coming back from Mexico, and he didn't know that we were actually considering looking for a digital company. And so everything aligned up perfectly. So we obviously saw the information, got started right away, and 2.5 years later, got momentum going on in different parts of the world. It's super, super exciting. And it's a product that everybody needs, and everybody's using anyways, but they want more value. And that's what this project's all about.
I totally agree, Tammy. And I just want to welcome here Bakshi from Bangladesh and Neonam from Accra, Ghana. Thanks for joining in here, guys. Now, here's the thing. And some of you will be joining in after the facts. Maybe you're going to, catch the recording. Folks, this is a really, really important time. See, why we chose this company is because Tammy and I have traveled all over the world for many, many, many years. We understand that the spread between most currencies in US dollars have took such a toll. It's so wide that most people have a very hard time getting started with a venture that is an American company. And the reason why people want to is they want to get paid in US dollars. And we'll share with you all of that as we go along this presentation. But we saw an opportunity where families can be empowered by a global opportunity with an environment that is created uniquely into the network marketing environment. So this is what's really important here, folks, is we are unique. We created a new category as a network marketing company providing a service. So this is something really exciting. And my question to you here is, why are you here? Why are you here? See, it's time to turn your dreams into reality, like Tammy and I did many years ago when we chose to be part of a network marketing venture. Is we used to be both working for a company. Tammy was self-employed. I was working for a digital, in fact, a technology company. Long story short, as our income were plateaued by the amount of products or services that we could provide due to the salary and the time that we were allowed to, to provide in our jobs. But this environment is completely different. Now, because of this decision, folks, we've been able to create a lifestyle, honestly, that everybody wants, which you deserve, by the way. So you can live your life in your own terms. And this is exactly why we chose this. That's what we want to share this with you. Back to you, Tammy.
Yeah, and Chris and I, we really have a passion for helping people. There's so many new people coming on board. It is super exciting because we're getting, these messages from them. They're super excited. They want to get started. And we have such a complete system together for people to grow. We have groups. We're going to talk about that at the end. But just to let you know that this industry is all about helping people. The more people you help succeed in wanting to achieve their goals, the more successful everybody becomes. And it's such a win-win. That's why I love network marketing. And that's GotBackup is such an incredible product. It's very unique.
I totally agree. And just to give you a bit of background on the company is we began in 1997 from Gatineau, Quebec. This is where the company was located. In fact, that's where I met Joel around the 2001, 2, or 3. Long story short is I was renting his server to be able to host my very first WordPress website. If you don't know what that means, don't worry about it. It's a website with a link that people could go in and download stuff. And then he told me that his clientele has increased so much that the fiber optic, these are the cables that are underground to support the demand from clients, has grown so much that they couldn't go any further. So then that's when he made the executive decision to transfer the family, the whole company, into Texas in the United States, where companies like Microsoft and Adobe and Google and even Toyota are established because they are utilizing this infrastructure to support the demand that they are providing worldwide. So instead of me going on with this, let's watch the video about this 10,000 square feet data center that Joel has invested into about 25 years ago. Let's check this out.
Hey guys, welcome to the corporate office of GotBackup. Now everybody wants to know, are we super secure? And how do we offer such an amazing service at such a low price? So this is in our tech room. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take you on a tour of our server room to show you just how secure it is, and we welcome you into the family. So let's go over to the server room. So the first thing I wanna explain to you guys is that we're fully PCI compliant. For physical PCI compliance, what does that mean? It means we're allowed to physically store credit cards in our data center because we're uber secure. So we've passed all the tests for that, and we're legally allowed to store credit cards and your storage. So one of the first requirements for PCI compliance is you have to have 2 coded doors before you get into your server room. We also, as a company, like to have fun, so we call it Area 51. So anyway, I'm gonna code this door with my back here so you guys can't see what the code is. Come in this way. This is a simple inventory room, guys. We build servers here and so forth. And then our second coded door is over here, okay? And so we have a coded door here as well to get into the server room. So here we are in the server room, guys. This is where all the magic happens. So couple of things people ask. Joel, how secure is my data, and could you ever lose our data? So as an example, let's come here. It's impossible to lose your data, and here's why. If you look at this storage array, and we have hundreds of storage arrays in here, there's 14 hard drives across this storage array. 4 of these hard drives could fail, which statistically never happens, but let's say it did. 4 of these hard drives need to fail before we start to lose some data. But guess what? We're not going to lose any data because this is striped to here. This whole rack of hard drives here is copied here. Just the same here. All these hard drives here are copied here. So there's not a single point of failure relative to your data. There's also no single point of failure in the server room. As an example, there's A power and B power. Every server is plugged into A power. Every server is plugged into B power. Also, relative to cooling of this room, if you come over here, you'll see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 air conditioners in this server room. So the air is never going to be a problem. The other thing as well is we're very, very efficient. If you look up at the ceiling, let's come back over here, you'll see vents up there, and the cold air is strategically placed in front of the servers here, so it sucks in all the cold air, and it goes over into the hot aisle behind this wall here. So very, very efficient server room as well. And finally, if God forbid there was ever a fire in this room, We have here what's called a fire suppression system. What this system does, it's just a bunch of electronics behind here, but we can open it up, okay, is if, God forbid, there was a fire, and in 25 years there's never been a fire, but it will snuff out all the oxygen in this room. If there's no oxygen, then the fire goes out, right? So we don't use water to destroy the equipment. So that's the basics of the server room. Super, super secure and super redundant relative to your data. So the other aspect to security is we use the exact same security as Amazon, as Google, as all the big players, Microsoft. It's patented security, it's military grade, 256-bit encryption security. So your stuff is very secure.
So you can see your data is safe and everything else. So let's carry on to the global trends, because there are two trends that you should be aware of. One is the trend of the cloud storage age. And the second one is people are looking for different stream of incomes. These are the two massive trends we want to talk about. Let's start with the first one.
Yeah, so you're looking at all the devices that are out there in the world today. You can see 15 billion devices, and every single one of every person who's got a device is filling them up. That's the bottom line. We're living in a paperless world, and people are taking pictures, they're taking video, they're storing documents. I mean, Chris and I are doing courses, and we're downloading stuff, and like there's all kinds of stuff that we're doing with our devices, which is filling them up. And companies are really leveraging from this aspect on this trend.
You know, I hope you guys are excited about this. I know we are. The point here is, if you look at the percentage of global mobile traffic from 2011 to 2025, just to back up what Tammy was saying here, 6% to 64%. Now, folks, this is very significant. In 2026, I am absolutely certain these numbers are going to grow significantly. Here's another one that's very significant for our discussion here today. The size of cloud storage market worldwide from 2022 to 2030. In 2022, that's right after the pandemic, where everybody started to digitizing themselves, right? You're looking at $90 billion in revenue. We're predicting in 2030, close to $500 billion. I think it'll be past the $500 billion. I wouldn't be surprised if it's $750 billion, because everything is digital because of convenience, right? Your phone doesn't require as much space anymore because everything is going to be the extension on the cloud. The extension of your phone will be on the cloud. This is what's going on here, folks. Do you want a piece of that? One of the reasons is a cell phone addiction.
Yeah, I mean, we can call it cell phone addiction, but at the end of the day, everything is accessible, and that's why people don't leave home without them anymore. And the kids want them younger and younger too, because everything is available on devices.
And here's the downside here, folks, is everything is in this device. Okay. Mm-hmm. If God forbid you've never backed it up, and I'm telling you, folks, there's this, look at the numbers here. 45% of cell phone users have accidentally damaged their cell phones or lost their data. Think about this. This is close to half. And these are the ones that I guess has been documented. 5,700 screens are cracked every hour. Laptop, cell phone stolen every 43 seconds. Could you imagine having your daughter's wedding or any family event or anything at all that you can't go back in time and get again, lost forever? In fact, the CEO, the gentleman who created this platform, this project, was inspired by the fact that he lost his laptop when he went on a boat cruise. It was stolen, the hard drive and the laptop. So he lost everything, which is ironic because he owns a server company. And he said to himself, why in the heck did I not do that before? So this is the reality of today. Here's another one that I know you're familiar with.
Yeah, for sure. And everybody gets these messages. The moment you start filling up your devices, you're going to get messages. It's going to tell you that you need to pay more, bottom line, or you need to start eliminating things. In today's world, people are just so busy, and who wants to eliminate stuff, right? And it's all part of your journey, your memories, all of that stuff. And so what they do is they capitalize on charging you more. So GotBackup really has tapped into a market that's going to explode because of the value that they bring compared to all the companies out there, like cloud and Google Drive. So yeah.
So has anything like this happened to you? Write in the chat, write in the comment if you've ever lost your phone, lost your data, or even saw this really annoying message. Put it in the chat just to let us know. Here's the second trend here, folks, is earning an income. 42% of Americans, if I may focus on this market, since I know it better, is they have side gigs, side business. Our kids, our generation from 18 to 25. In fact, what I mean by our generation, Tammy's and I generation, we had children, which are today anywhere between 20 to 28, 29, 30. So that's 62% of Gen Z. A lot of them, they don't want to go to work like we've done when we first started. And what about the rest of the world? This is what we're talking about here. We're coming at age here. You can leverage from these global trends with GotBackup. Do you agree with me? Do you see how this can really benefit you? So the fact is, let's talk about what we are offering with our services. Back to you, Tammy.
Yeah, Chris and I get excited talking about the GotBackup Pro, which is recently been launched. And this is marketing. It is ways to generate leads and tools that you can leverage from to build your business faster and to be able to go viral online. So Joel's coming up with something really cool. Everybody is just at the edge of their seat, excited and waiting for it. And it won't be long before it's launched. And that's going to take the GoPro members to a whole new level of signups, of income increasing. So stay tuned. But right now I'm going to share the main product, which is the data storage, which is 6 terabytes of data storage. And you get on your business account, you can add 5 additional members. They call them sub accounts. And you can choose how much data you want to give per person. Because, you know, if you have kids and you got one younger than the other, they don't need as much, right? And unlimited devices. And all of this for $10 a month. When Chris and I saw this, it was like, oh my gosh, this is such a no-brainer. Everybody needs this. We've always paid $10 a month with our other services and only got 2 terabytes, and not being able to have the, adding all these members on your account. And so we said, oh my gosh, we're in. We got to be telling everybody about it.
I totally agree. And these other products that are part of the Pro package are very, very powerful. And these are not the price you're going to pay. It's what the market value is at the moment. VTuber would be like your own YouTube channel or Vimeo or something like that, where you can upload all your precious moments, videos, and so forth, and share this in your social media. Testimonial generator. Folks, this is very important because today what we need online is social credibility. And that's exactly what this does. And it provides a link for you to send over to anybody you want that can actually produce an audio or video or both to share with you how they feel about your leadership, about what you do, about you as a person, that you can utilize when you're actually sharing the reason why people should work with you. Give you an example. Memory place, awesome. The holidays are coming in. Christmas is coming in. The point is, these are precious moments that you can store in a very professional platform online that you can share with your family and members, that you can also download, and you can share a QR code with anybody around within your social network that could upload those pictures. Email marketing platform. You know that your list is your lifeline. And this is very important, where you can stay in touch with the people that says, well, I'd like to get more information. Well, then you can keep them. Hey, by the way, did you hear about the cloud storage? Or did you know about this memory place, right? Funnel page builder. That's another tool where a lot of the tools that are available in your back office when you start GotBackup is there by default. It's available to you. But what if it doesn't have the language you want? You can go and translate it with that funnel page builder. You can use your own video. Maybe you're awesome in doing some quick video, 1-minute video to invite people to check you out. You may want to use yours. And then you can connect it to an email marketing that could, again, different languages that you choose. So this is absolutely amazing. And the thing, folks, is you never lose a lead with this. Do you see how exciting that is? Do you see how this can impact your life? Put a yes in a comment if you feel that this could be impactful for you, that could be useful for you. See, that all the leads that comes from any of these tools that we just talked about, they each have what we call a page where people can put their name and email and say, I want more information. No wasted leads. That is extremely powerful. So making money with GotBackup, folks, it's absolutely real. In fact, there are people right now from all over the world that's already doing this. And I selected a few here that I want to share with you. I know it's self kind of promoting here, but it's my wife and I. We've reached Blue Diamond with GotBackup. And the fact is, I wanted to share this because right now we're the only one, right? It's still a young company. We want a lot more of you becoming Blue Diamond and above. The other one here is we have triple diamonds, double diamonds in France, in Accra, Ghana, in the United States. You can see, folks, how this is expanding. And this keeps going, right? We have diamonds over here. We have rubies in Ghana. We have emerald in Ghana. I should probably add other countries because we have emeralds in all over the world. We have here sapphire and also in Accra, Ghana, who's actually built his business from the Republic of Congo. So again, this is what's going on here, folks. So there's 7 ways to earn with GotBackup, and this is what we want to show you how this can change your life. So let's explain the 3 steps. I mean, there's 7 steps, but let's focus on the main 3 because these are the foundational aspect of how things build and how you earn an income that will impact the rest of the commissions. Back to you, Tammy.
Yeah, so you can see Chris just shared with you there's 7 ways. We are going to focus on the first 3 because that is really building the foundation. And so let's get started, Chris. So customer acquisition bonus, that is when you have somebody that's interested in joining. And for the family plan, if somebody decides, you know what, this is really interesting, I'm in. I'm going to pay my member fee, which we'll explain. It's $20, but we'll be talking about it later. And then you decide whether you want to pay monthly or yearly. And you can see you get 200% upfront. If somebody says, yeah, I'm in, I'm going monthly. You get 50% upfront. If they say, yeah, I'm in, I'm just going to do it yearly because I'm saving a couple months of payments. 25% ongoing. If I just want to be a customer, I don't want to make any money. And then when you look at the pro plan, which is super exciting because most people are going pro, simply because everybody wants a business package done basically for you, and you can really leverage and generate leads. So that one, if you have somebody that signs up as a pro member, you're going to get $200 up front. This is big money, you guys.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah, and what they're doing is they're also giving a small percentage to the sponsor and the sponsor. And why did they do that? Because in our profession, it's about support and helping people grow, guiding people to get the right tools. And so the company recognizes that you're putting some efforts helping your brand new people, so they want to help you too. So you get 25% ongoing if they decide that they want to just use the tools. So let's go ahead, Chris. I'm just going to share with an example with everybody just to keep it really super simple. And so let's say both plans, you signed up 20 people. Okay, so let's say in the family plan, they all decide I'm going yearly. You're going to make $1,000 in commission. If they said, you know what, I need this, I just want to be a customer. If you had 20 customers, that's $50 commission ongoing every single month. And you're not limited. I say 20, but you could have 30, you could have 50, who knows? And you could have more. There's so many people that are running with this. And so the pro plan, if you had 20 people, and as I mentioned, it's $200 up front, you're getting $4,000 in commissions. That is super, super exciting. Imagine getting 20 people from now till January, and everybody wants to blow up their business in a good way, of course, and just, create some excitement and tell other people everybody's going to be doing well in commission. So if you had 20 people that just want to order the pro pack and use the tools, that's perfect too. You can have them as customers. You'd make $100 commission ongoing every single month.
Now, you guys, are you guys excited about this? This is absolutely amazing. Can you see how this could change things for you? Does that sound good? This is why we're excited about this. Now, let me expand on how much better this gets. So as you get people involved, and Tammy shared with you what you get paid when people get involved at the beginning. Well, now there's what we call a back end residual income that builds from that. That's your retirement fund, right? So we call that cycle earning. There's a two team. So if you bring two people, one goes on the left, one goes on the right. If you bring a third one, it has to go either on the bottom right or the bottom left. This is why you see indirect referral. These are people that were not sponsored by you, but were actually sponsored by someone above you, just as you had sponsored a direct referral underneath the indirect referral that came from you, while the indirect benefits from that. This is how significant this becomes. So let me explain to you how this benefits you. The earning cycle, there's two tier. Tier 1 or tier 2. So tier 1 is simply smaller than tier 2. And the difference between the two is based on your rank, and I'll come back to that in a minute. Here are the steps for you to earn. Number 1 is you need to remain active. That means that you are paying for your membership, either that you're paying your $10 a month or your $19 a month, which is $20, really $10 and $20. The $20 you have access to everything that we talked about, and the $10 you have access to the cloud service. Now, that's number 2. Number 3 is a cycle earning. So there's 6 members. When the system see there's 6 members where there's a ratio of 4-2, there's 4 on one side and 2 on the other. When the moment this occurs, you are generating a cycle. So here's the thing here. How many cycles you want will be depending on how many people you bring in and how many people your team bring in. And this creates an impact that could be quite substantial. Think of a company like Dropbox, who has over 700 million users. Do you see the potential here? Let's say 35% of that are active paying members. Folks, just convert that into GotBackup and take a tiny fraction of that. We will have many millionaires in our company. This is how excited we are about this. And this gets even better, because every time you introduce someone to GotBackup, you have the potential to earn a cycle match bonus. So this, what it means is every time you introduce one person to the team, okay, and you are what we call a Sapphire, you receive a commission based on the 25% of what they earn on their matching cycle. This is how many they earn in their cycle. The company will send you a check for that. Okay, a check is actually a matter of speaking, an income that goes into your bank account, up to $1,000. You want to get more? Just move up in rank. Folks, you can earn up to $20,000 for every single person that you have introduced into GotBackup, which is very exciting. And as we mentioned at the beginning of this segment, is there are 4 different other ways to earn as you move up in rank with GotBackup. And we have plenty of trainings to explain that to you in details. Very, very, very exciting. So Tammy, let's explain to folks here, what is the simple system that they need to duplicate to manifest exactly what we talked about here today when it comes to the income opportunity?
Yeah. So one of the things that Chris and I learned early on in building our network marketing business is most people come in and they're doing it part-time. They're trying to make some extra money. So it has to be simple and it has to be duplicatable, so people can grow and hit some momentum. And so the key is to get yourself signed up. That's number 1. So if you're evaluating this session today, you just popped into the YouTube channel, weren't introduced to it through somebody else's link, then you would connect and we'd make sure you get signed up. The second thing is to make sure you register 2 people. You want to bring 1 person on the left, 1 person on the right, just like Chris shared with you in the 2-team structure, and go out and get a couple more. And we always say never stop bringing people in, because you want to help people, right? You want to bring this value to people. People are looking to make money and people want a great value of a service. And all of that duplicates. So if you do these steps and then you teach the steps, then you're going to have a flourishing business.
That's an understatement. Okay, now let's get to how does that work? How do we get started, folks? This is so inexpensive, $20 a year. But it gets better than that. If you choose the Pro package, the $20 and an entire year to access all of these tools are included into your package. Okay, so you pay your $500, you're set for this date all the way up to next year. After that, if you want to maintain your GoPro package, you just pay $19 a month, which is very inexpensive. Most people pay more than that just for a cloud storage upgrade. Think about this. Or you can pay $199 $97 the next year. And then again, you have access to all these tools. And folks, there's something new coming in that'll be added onto the pro package. And I'm telling you, you don't want to miss. If this is too aggressive for you now, you can start with a family pack. It's $100 a year. Okay. You pay your $20. So it's $120 a year. And you're off for your in business. If that's too aggressive, you can start with your $20 and $9 a month, which is $39.97 your first month. And then you pay $10 a month. And then you can always upgrade as you see fit. Folks, there's so much flexibility for you to start here. And when you start making money, you can use that money to reinvest to grow your business. This is how significant that is. Let's talk about, as we end this presentation here, Tammy, how many countries we're in.
Yeah, so 162 countries. And what do we have? 194, 195. And the best part about digital products is you can be in so many countries. You can open a country because it doesn't require a physical product. It doesn't require all these things that we have to do through the government to bring products into the marketplace. Because Chris and I have been in the industry, as I mentioned, for 25 plus years. We've always dealt with physical products. So this digital product company has just made everything so much easier for us, honestly. So we're super excited about it. And the best part, making money while you sleep, that's even better. And we're going to teach everybody how to do this online.
I totally agree. And folks, recognition and achievements is so important. Babies cry for it, adults die for it. And let me explain to you why this is so important. You see, as you start your business, you become a bronze when you sponsor one person. You become a copper to do exactly what Tommy talked about. And this is your business model. This is what you need to focus on. One person on your left, one person on your right. You are a copper. Now you want to duplicate that. When the moment you duplicate that, that means someone you brought in or that was brought in by someone you brought in became a copper. That means you sponsor one on the left, one on the right. Remember, $10 a month on the left, $10 a month on the right. We're not asking for the moon here. It's nickel and dimes. That's how simple it is to grow. Then you become a silver. You become a gold when you take your business seriously and you bring 5 people. Okay. But there's 3 of them that became copper. That means that 3 of them has sponsored 2 people. You become a platinum when a 4th one pops up, a 4th person. Remember, I've asked you to sponsor 5 and your 4th person, but as a platinum and sapphire and emerald, they want you to bring 10 people. These 10 people will qualify you for the next 3 ranks. But the difference, as a platinum, there's 4 people. As a sapphire, there's 5 people. Now, as a platinum, you remember when I mentioned tier 1, tier 2? Well, you move up to tier 2, which lately it's been it's been over 3 times bigger than tier 1, 3 times as much. So for the same business you got, just by moving to a platinum, by helping a couple people bring 2, now you start making 3 times the amount. Do you see the potential here? Now, as a sapphire, what happens? Now you start earning a matching cycle from every person you brought in, that you brought in 20 or 2 or 3 or 10 or 15 or 1,000, you earn 25%. And as you move up to an emerald, it moves up to 50%. Do you see how significant this becomes, folks? And this keeps growing as you move up in ranks. And I mean, the compensation plan opens up like a flower that blooms with all its wonderful benefits. That's why we talk about the rank, because the company will reward you for doing that. Let's finish with the support, Tammy.
Yeah, there's so much support. We have personalized referral links. We have personalized landing page. We have an email marketing system that is built in. We've got marketing tools. And Joel is always evolving in this, which is phenomenal because we've been in the industry for a long time. And sometimes it's like pulling teeth to get the company to put stuff together. Joel, he just initiates it and he gets so excited about it and he keeps adding value, you guys. So this company is phenomenal. And you've got regular online presentations. Right now you're on our channel, our YouTube channel, which we do presentations every Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern time, because we're always making sure that there's a good global presence. And then every Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern time on the company channel, which is Global Virtual Opportunities. When you go there, you're going to see Wednesday night, there's presentations. There's presentations through Teams, through different languages around the world. We're growing. It's super exciting. And then, of course, we have trainings as well. every Saturday through the company channel. Chris and I do the trainings. He's asked us to if we wouldn't mind doing trainings. We love it. We said, absolutely, we'd love to help the whole company grow. And so we do training Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern time. So show up tomorrow, and we'll share something really exciting with you.
Yes, Tammy has put a great training for all of you. So folks, listen, in summary here, are you excited about this? Can you see how this can change things for you? Does that sound like a good deal? This is a product that everyone needs, a business that everyone can afford. At a price point, folks, that again, it's unbelievable. You have choices and your income potential is really unlimited. And as I finish this, folks, I'd love to share with you very quickly how this looks on the back end. Okay, this is behind the when you open the curtain, this is what happens. You can see I'm a pro member over here. You can see my rank over here. You can see all the tools that are available over here. The GotBackup, the testimonial, the memory, that's the email marketing system. This is the VTuber. This lead capture here comes with the GotBackup by default to be able to access all of the emails, which will also access all these emails and all the people that opt into your pages that are available to you, which I'm going to share with you in just a moment. In fact, let me do that right now. These are the pages that are included into your package. These are pages you can choose from. And each of those, I'm not going to do this right now, but each of those products that we have adds pages like this that you can share, and people click on that and they can put their name and their email, which they start, you can start communicating with them to let them know what this is all about, which will also have emails, and we do in our trainings that are prepared for you, which are absolutely amazing. The other thing that's very important here is to use these tools. The moment someone enrolls, you can see here, I'm using quite a bit of my cloud storage, but the thing is you're using Windows and you're using Mac, okay? This is for your computer. You install that and automatically the backup happens. You don't have to do anything other than installing the software, click start backup, boom, everything goes on the cloud. You're set. On the right-hand side here, these are your mobile apps. You don't need to come back to this cloud, obviously, because you can access these apps from the Apple Store or the Google Play Store. Once it's installed, everybody can install that. You're a member or not, you can install the app. But to be able to log in, you need to be a member, and you will use the exact same login credential that you have that you got in to be here to access your apps. And again, automatically the backup occurs. I recommend you watch the videos, because if you have like 20,000 photos and videos, you understand it's not going to happen in 1 hour, right? So you should be aware of what you should do to maximize the backup to your storage without any interruption. Okay, awesome. So at the end of the day here, folks, this is what we have to offer here for you. There's so much. And if you click on the auto login, or you go right into your cloud here, for example, GBU Cloud, just like many of you are familiar with Dropbox, you go to dropbox.com. Well, here you go to gbucloud.com. It will take you. These are my 4 computers. The reason why you saw 99%, it's because I have 2 computers here that are identical, that have the same amount of space. Now, this one over here is in Florida. And once I remove that, it's going to remove a lot of, it's going to remove an entire computer from my backup. But you can see here that I have a lot of stuff that's been, I've deleted things on my local computer, but it's still remaining on the cloud. That's where my computer is a 2 terabyte computer, but it's almost 4 terabytes of information here. Absolutely amazing. These are all my devices. Okay. So for example, this is my iPhone. You can see in 2024, you can see here from January to December, it's all there. If I go back to 2025, we are in December now. So till the end of the year, this is going to go in. And then 2026, January, there will be a new directory that will pop in here. It says 2026 with January 1st. And some of you have been watching our presentation. You can follow us because it started with 1 month. Sorry, if you go back here, 2025, it started with 1 month, 2nd month, 3rd month, 4 months. So many of you can testify to this because you've seen it in real time. So, and it gets even better than that. And the last thing I want to share with you is to collaborate and share, where I can go ahead right now. And for example, this particular directory, I can turn around and share this with any one of you. Okay. And I can even get a link that I can share with you. And even if you're not a member of GotBackup, you can upload a file into a directory I share with you for me to access a large file that you wouldn't be able to send through email. You can also have WordPress and not WordPress, Microsoft Word and Excel. Folks, there's so much offered here that we didn't even talk about. And the reason I'm spending time to share this with all of you is there's so much more than we've even presented here for the $9 a month. But we really recommend get the $500 package, access the whole thing, or just get the $100 package and access to cloud storage, and you can always upgrade from that. So as we end, Tammy, I'm going to turn this over to you.
Yeah. So you got a lot of information today, and the key is to jump in. That's one thing about Chris and I. When we catch the vision on something that's going into a massive trend, jump in and learn as you grow, because there's a lot of stuff available for you to grow. So make a decision. Don't sit on it, and don't talk yourself out of it, because so many people talk themselves out of amazing opportunities, and then later on, they wish they would have done it. Just get in. It's so little to invest in yourself. So have a fabulous Friday, and looking forward to seeing you on our Saturday training tomorrow. And yeah, so have a great one.
Take care, everybody. Bye for now.